And that's why the sphere is easily the most seductive shape. Hi! Hey, what are you doing?
Relax. Listen, I didn't mean it. My ears burn. My ears burn.
Interpersonal communication! Interpersonal communication! Interpersonal communication! Interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication. What is it? And why are we here discussing it? Well, interpersonal communication is communicating throughout the people and how it works. So let's start simple. Let's start with how communication works. Now, there's a few ways that communications works through models. I'm sorry. I'm out of breath. Okay? Give me a second. It works through models, okay? The first model that we have is the linear model. Boom. The linear model works, but the problem with it is that it's in a straight path instead of how communication actually works, as in, he said this, when did he say it, he said this. Communication actually works in more of a jumble, which is why we might use the interactive model. The interactive model looks like this. Now, the interactive model works pretty well, but again, it's not conveying two speakers. It's just showing one speaker communicating in a straight linear path. So, what's the best model? What if there was a model that could show both worlds? Show two people expressing their own ideals and situations, their own beliefs, religions, cultures, races. Luckily, there is one. It's called the transactional model. The transactional model shows two brains communicating together. For example, if I said, I really like Starbucks, there could be another person that knows where Starbucks is. Now, they've seen Starbucks before, and they've heard other people talk about Starbucks, and heck, they may have even gotten coffee from Starbucks. So, what that means is that they take their personal experience of Starbucks and convey it through the situation. Now, all this communication is fantastic, but how is it conveyed? Surprisingly, and oddly enough, it's conveyed through, what we know as symbols. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way through to the big guy Z. And how do we combine those together? We use words. Those words are just little phonic little things put together that represent what we want to talk about. Those things are then put together in a sentence and stopped by what we call a punctuation mark, a period, exclamation point, question, comma, quotations, a freaking semicolon, alright? Now, why is punctuation useful? Well, it really takes away from the confusion of a lot of problems. For example, if I said, let's eat, Grandma, that's fine. If I said, let's eat, Grandma, it has very different meanings. Let's eat, Grandma means, how about let's grab some food? Let's eat, Grandma means something a little bit less tasteful. I know, you can stop it. Stop it! Come on, stop it. Hey, stop it! Now, when we're talking, to switch conversation, when we're talking, we use our experiences, as I said, to generally have a conversation. Our experiences are born from our culture. Our culture is a group of ideals, thoughts, art, all put together and decided on by the general other. Everybody, society, and our social circle as a whole. It's also influenced by our race, where we're from, our ethnicity. Personally, I'm Caucasian. I'm unseasoned. Alright? Now, another thing that defines us as a person would be the direct definition, as the book talks about. The direct definition is how other people see you. Now, someone may call you silly. Maybe even goofy. from time to time. What can I say? You know, they might think you're a little goofy, a little silly. They may call you stupid, idiotic, foolish. What happens when they do that? What happens when they call you foolish like that? Well, it goes into your mind, and you really think about that. Maybe I am foolish. Well, the book describes it as it is you, essentially, and arises via conversation. It says social media hinders this by projecting a fake self. What this means is, in social media, we project what our best selves are, maybe through lighting or some kind of filter of any kind. But that's what self is. One of the videos that I watched was Jared Jones' discussion of self, where he said our perception is reality, basically. And what he means by that is, you ever heard of the term typecast? When we take someone like Matthew McConaughey and make him into the sexy guy that's in the sexy movies with the sexy woman. Thank God he moved out of that, but to this day, Tom Cruise is pretty much typecast as the guy that, you know, jumps out of planes and fights people. In conclusion, what I mean by all this is that ourselves are a complex and dangerous thing. And the more that people talk about you, the more that people say about you, the more you're going to believe them, even if that's good or bad. So, the moral of the story is, don't take what everybody says as granted. Thank you.